Hi guys, guess what? I've got this NordicTrack Grand Tour Pro exercise bike. Find out what we think of it when I unbox and review it in this video. Hello, my name is Darren and welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video I'm going to unbox and review this NordicTrack Grand Tour Pro exercise bike, which I got from NordicTrack recently. So I'll be unboxing this with the help of my family. Say hi. And then we're going to review it and let you guys know what we think. So we're going to check it out now. See you guys in a bit. Unpacked the bike. That was a monumental effort. I'm absolutely knackered now. So we've got all the bike parts all on the floor, and in my hand looks like the instructions and some other information. So what we're going to do now is look at the instructions, and then we're going to set it up. And we'll let you guys know when we're finished. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Hi guys, we've finished setting up the NordicTrack Grand Tour Pro exercise bike. And I must say it was a monumental effort. It took us ages setting up. We was setting up for a couple of hours yesterday afternoon and about an hour this morning trying to set it up. We had so many problems fitting it together, doing all the screws and stuff. One of the big problems is the handlebar knob here. It's just stuck. We've not been able to loosen the handlebar knobs, which enables us to move the handlebar backwards and forwards. So that's been a bit of a pain, is that we've not been able to loosen that. And yeah, it's just been really hard work setting this up. It's taken all three of us to set it all up. And yeah, that's the one big drawback of buying this bike, I think, is the setting up. It's just taken a monumental effort. I've not switched it on, so we've yet to find out if it actually works with with our wiring and setting it all up. We don't know yet. I hope so. Cross my fingers it's going to work. So what I'm going to do now is look at the instructions and then program the screen, the tablet that comes with it, and then we're going to use it for a couple of weeks. Then we're going to let you know our opinion of what we think of it. I want to show you the instructions. This is all the instructions that came with the bike, but we actually only need one bit, which is in English. So this is the bit that's in English. All these are different in other different languages. So that's pretty funny. These are all the instructions that come with it. First of all, I will say, on first glance, the bike looks absolutely amazing. It looks pretty impressive. So I'm quite looking forward to trying it out. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. So I've been using the bike now for several weeks, and I thought I'd give you my review. But first of all, before I delve into the bike, I just want to talk about two things. One, the setting up the bike, and two, the customer service. The setting up the bike I found incredibly hard. It took two of us all day to do it. Some of the screws were incredibly difficult screwing in, and we encountered a couple of problems during setting up. Number one, one of the wires looked incredibly frayed when we were threading it through, and that didn't look good, to be honest. Number two, the handlebar knob, we couldn't loosen it. We tried everything to loosen the handlebar knob, and that's used to push the handlebars backwards and forwards, and we couldn't loosen it. It was stuck fast, and also the handlebar knob was quite frayed, so it did look like that this bike had been a previous return that been returned. So we rang customer service and we complained, and we said, look, it looks like we've received a bike that's, you know, second hand basically. It had a frayed wire and the handlebar knob can't be loosened. And they weren't very helpful, to be honest. They passed us from department to department, and they just seemed to keep making excuses. I sent several emails asking them to rectify the problem, either to rectify the problem or to send us a replacement bike. And about a month later, they passed it to their returns department because they just couldn't help us. They were absolutely useless. And then the returns department finally got in contact with us, and they said they couldn't fix the bike and they couldn't replace the bike, but what they could do was, if we returned the bike, we would get a full refund, and that was it. Which was very frustrating and very disappointing. I think NordicTrack's customer service is absolutely rubbish, and especially considering the amount of money that we paid for the bike. I don't really want to talk any more about the customer service, because I don't want to spend most of this video, you know, bad mouthing or giving a poor review of the bike, which it wasn't the point of this video, but I just wanted to comment on the customer service. So this is the NordicTrack bike. I will go through it. So it's got NordicTrack on it, and I'll just go down here, and as you can see, I don't know if you can see, that is where it will incline the bike, so it inclines it 10 degrees down or 10 degrees up. The power button is on the bottom right there, so if I'm just going to switch it on. So that's the machine powering up. So I'll just let it focus. On the back we have the seat. There's two drinks holders. Also there's a knob which you can loosen, and that will raise the seat up and down. And then at the back there's also another knob which you can use to loosen the seat, which will make it go forwards or backwards. And then down here there's another knob which will raise or lower the handlebars. And then underneath there's the other handlebar knob, which is we meant to be able to loosen to bring the handlebars forwards or backwards, but unfortunately that's stuck. We can't move that. We have two weights. On the left is handlebars. This is the control for the incline on the left, and then these are buttons if you know which incline you want to use. So these are just buttons that you press, ranging from -10 all the way up to plus 10. There's the iFit screen. On the right, we have buttons for the resistance. This ranges from 1 all the way up to 24. But you can also change the resistance using the buttons on the right handlebar. In addition, you can change the resistance actually on the bike using this button here, and then on the left you can change the incline using these two buttons there. On here we have the fan buttons, so basically you press that fat button to increase the fan and that button to lower the fan. And then here we have the volume increase, so increase and decrease volume. And here, this is where you can insert headphones. So on the main iFit screen, you can do a quick manual workout, and you do this by pressing a button in the top right hand corner, manual start, and it goes to the manual screen. First of all, it does like a 3-minute warm up, where you can do like a quick warm up, and then you can end this at any time, so you just press end warm up, and then it goes onto the track, and basically you're just doing circuits around the track, and you can do as many as you like, and then you can change the incline using this slider screen on the left, and then you can change the resistance on the right, so you can change the resistance and the incline however much you like to do it. And so not only can you use those buttons, but you can use the other buttons on the handlebars as well, as I've shown before. And then to stop it, you just press anywhere on the screen, pause, and then you can end workout. And because it was only a short workout, it's not been saved, so you just press close and it goes back to the main screen. So on the main screen you can select other workouts. You just click browse, and there's a huge library of different workouts that you can do. So you've got your studio based workouts, and then you've got your outside based workouts where you're following an instructor either in the studio or outside, where they're riding a bike outside. So yeah, there's loads of different ones all over the world, on the road or in the countryside, all over the world. And then to select one, we'll just stick this one that's on the screen at the moment, click view details, and then if it's like a program or like different workouts, a series of workouts, then you can select which one you want to do. So let's just pick one, press start workout, press accept, the bike resets. And then you have the warm up again, so you can just click end warm up, and then it goes into the actual workout. And first of all, you'll get an instructor talking about it. So this is just an introduction to the workout.
Hey, welcome to the Caravan. I'm Ashley Paulson, your iFit trainer, and I am so excited about this beginner cycle series we've got lined up for you. We are right here on YouTube.
I've just turned down the volume just so I can talk a bit about it. So the instructor will control the bike. On the left hand side is the incline, on the right hand side is your resistance. So the instructor is controlling those as you ride along, and then but you can also change them yourself. So if you think the resistance is too much for you, you can actually decrease it. so you can decrease it using the slidey scale, or you can decrease it using the buttons or on the handlebar or on the bike itself. And then it just it follows the bike using the incline of the bike. But if you want to follow the resistance, you press follow trainer, and that resets it to following the trainer and using their incline and resistance. Or you can select the resistance and incline yourself. It's up to you. And so yeah, the workouts vary in length depending on whether studio based or road based like this one, and it just depends on the workout and the intensity. But you can stop the workout anytime just by holding down the button and then pressing pause, and then it gives you 10 minutes to do something else, or actually if you want to actually stop the workout, you press stop. And then because the workout was less than 5 minutes, or you haven't completed the workout, it's not saved it, so you press close. So also on the main screen you can select different profiles. So at the moment there's a button here, if you click that, you can select other accounts, and if you select other accounts you can select different profiles for different people. So at the moment I got one selected. I got profiles for myself, my wife and my son, which is a pretty good feature of this, is the profiles. So what do you think of the bike, guys?
I think that it's very good. It's a bike that you can ride on, and that's what it can do. It serves its purpose as what it is, and you burn fat by doing it, therefore it's an exercise bike. It's what it is. What do you think, Mummy?
Very good. Yeah, I mean, like you say, it's an exercise bike. It literally does what it says on the tin. But I've never had an exercise bike before. I've had a push bike, but obviously that was many years ago. And so yeah, so this is my first ever exercise bike. It's really good with the functions that it has. You can go, you can cycle through Japan and Alaska, and you've also got your online tutors as well that you can do, which I think is a great idea. For me personally at the moment, my fitness is shocking. So I haven't actually been able to do any of those features on the bike. I've literally only done the circuit, because you can do a warm-up and then a circuit, which shows you like a track that you can go around. So for me at the moment, that's absolutely fine for me until I build up my fitness, because my mobility isn't very good. Now, because my mobility isn't very good, the one thing that I do struggle with is getting on and getting off the bike. Yeah. So if you do have poor mobility, I would not recommend this bike unless you do what I do, and that's have a step. I have to use a step, yes, to get onto the exercise bike and to get off the exercise bike, because I can't cock my leg over and sit on the seat. So I do have to use a step. But because I've got that, it does help me, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. I do get there. Yeah. And that. Another thing that I struggle with personally on the bike is once I'm actually on the bike and I'm riding, I find it puts a lot of pressure on your arms and your shoulders, because it's quite a long distance. I know it doesn't look very long, the distance, but because I'm only quite short-armed and small, I do find that it puts a lot of pressure on your arms when you're cycling. I've got no bob in hell's chance of even reaching these handlebars here when I'm on. You've got no chance. So I have to hold on to here, which is fine, but like I said, it does put a lot of pressure onto your arms. But again, it's just building up your arm strength, building up you know, you strengthen a hole on the bike, which hopefully is what we'll, you know, get to do eventually. Anything else? I think also, is it worth the price? Yes and no. Yes, I guess because of the functions that you get, and you know, if you were going to a gym, you know, you are cutting the costs, I guess, in some respects. But for the price, I think there's quite a few things wrong with it as well. Like, for instance, the seat gets very wobbly, quite, you know, very quickly. I don't know if you can see that, but you know, and we keep tightening it and it just keeps coming loose. Another thing as well, this here does not unscrew. We cannot unscrew it, and that's a fault with the bike. We have never been able to unscrew it, and it came all tattered and battered and everything. So, you know, for the price of the bike, you would expect things to become in proper working order. Underneath the console, when we were fitting the console wires and everything else, they were all frayed, as though someone had tried to screw, you know, had the bike before and had tried to screw the screw in, but had got the cables all tangled in, and it looked as though the thread had nibbled away at the wires. So, you know, like I said, for the price of the bike that you're paying, you expect it to be working and to be in good condition. And I would say that this was possibly maybe somebody had this and it had been returned for those reasons and then repackaged and then we got it. So, you know, it's up to you what you think of that. I mean, this is how it came to us. What else? The weights. Yeah, got weights at the front. I've not used them because I struggled to ride the bike on its own, never mind trying to ride the bike and do weights at the same time. So yeah, so I can't really comment on that. But for what I need it for at the moment, I think it's good. For what it is. So yeah, I think that's it really. I don't really know what else to say about it.
So what are the pros and cons of using the NordicTrack Grand Tour Pro? First, the pros. Number one, it looks brilliant. It's a really nice bike. Number two, you can do different resistances, resistance from 1 to up to 24. Number three, you can do different inclines, so you can go 10% downhill or 10% uphill. Number four, you can raise or lower the seat. Number five, you can move the seat backwards or forwards. Number six, you can raise or lower the handlebars. Number seven, there's loads of different workouts for you to use. There's the manual workout, there's the studio-based workout, and then there's the road and outside-based workout. There's absolutely loads of bikes, loads of things for you to do. Also, you can set up different profiles for each member of the family using the iFit app. What are the cons? Number one, it is expensive. Number two, it takes a big effort to set it up. Number three, which I think is the biggest con, NordicTrack's customer service is rubbish. So, would I recommend the bike? It's a tough one. I do love the bike, I really do love the bike, and we have been using it quite a lot. It's got a lot going for it. I think the fact that you can you can raise or decrease the incline is brilliant. Also, the fact that you can ride along on your bike in the countryside and follow someone in the countryside going up around the countryside or along roads anywhere in the world, I think is a fantastic addition to the bike, and you don't get those two features on other bikes. But I think they need to work on their customer service, and if you have any problems with the bike, I think you've had it, because customer service are useless. So I don't know if I can recommend the bike or not, because I do love it, my heart loves it, but my brain says, yeah, but the customer service is rubbish, and what happens if we have a problem? So I'm in two minds at the moment. But what do you guys think? Have you guys got a NordicTrack Grand Tour Pro, or have you had dealings with NordicTrack before? Have you had the same problems with the customer service from NordicTrack, or have you got a different bike? Let me know in the comments what you think. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video then please zap that like button, and if you want to watch more videos like this then please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Cheerio, bye for now, see ya!